Hey everybody. So I've been working on these, a 400 engine and those two cars in my shop, and I'm waiting on some parts to show up that I ordered for it. I got a oil pump pickup ordered and some gaskets and I don't know, some other parts for it, whatever I need. I can't remember. But anyhow, I got some stuff ordered for it, and I'm waiting on that stuff to come in. So in the meantime, I've got some stuff here. I've decided to start going through my hoard of parts that I have, and I have a lot of parts. 20 years of doing this, but it's time for me to start letting this stuff go, getting it out there to people who can use it and can need it. I'd rather see it go to someone who can actually use it than see it go in the scrapyard. And today I've got a pretty cool find here that I found. I found this stuff in a barn. It came off a '65 Chevelle Super Sport, and this car was wrecked in like the mid '80s. It was T-boned on the passenger side, and the guy was going to haul it to the junkyard, and his brother said, you know what? He said, let's take some parts off this car, because if you get another one, you'll have extra parts for it. Well, they took the parts off the car, but they never got another car like that. So the parts literally sat in this barn for 40 years, and I picked them up a few years ago, and I brought them here, and I've been hanging on to them, but there's no point in me hanging on to them. I'm never going to own a '65 Chevelle. I mean, I'd like to own one, but I'd like to own a lot of cars, and I'm probably not going to own very many more, because I'm at that point where I'm not the kind of guy that I'm gonna die off and let my family have to deal with all my crap. I'm trying to at least start the process now. I don't know if I'm going to get through it all before I'm gone, but at least I want to start the process. Anyhow, enough rambling. Let's go through what I got here. If you guys see anything you want or can use, or you know someone who has a '64, '65 Chevelle and they could use these parts for spare parts, I'd be more than happy to sell them to them. They're in really good shape due to the fact that they were taken off the car in the mid '80s, early '80s. So, someone can use them, that's great. But let's go through and see what I got here. All right, let's go. Okay, get you guys off the camera stand here. And we'll zoom you in a little bit. So first off, we got a trunk lid. And this is upside down. I'll show you the other side here in a little while. But it rained last night, so it's got a little bit of water sitting in it, but that's not going to hurt anything. This thing's been sitting in a barn for 40 years. It's dry as a bone. It's got dirt all over it. I'm going to use my foam cannon again today and clean all this stuff up and make it look halfway decent anyhow before I put it back away, but I want to take pictures of it and put it on Facebook. So anyhow, here's a trunk lid off a '65 Chevelle SS, and as you can see right there, it's got the Chevrolet symbol on it, still on it. All the trim's still there. Even the lock's still there, which I don't have the key, but whatever. Here's a complete door assembly, including all the inner panels and everything. Now, obviously, this doesn't look fantastic, but these parts are 60 years old. These parts are almost as old as I am. So this door, looking at it, it's got, around the edges there, it's got some surface rust, but it can be cleaned up and touched up. Right here on the corner, it's got a little bit of rust through there, it's crusty and crumbly. But I mean, other than that, I'll flip it over too eventually and show you guys the other side of it. It's not bad. It's definitely usable. Great door. It's complete. It's very heavy because it's got the glass and everything still in it. So it's definitely worth having. I'm not sure if the window crank. Oh, look at that. Rolls right up. No problem. Doesn't even have any drag to it at all. So there you go. It's complete glass and everything. Real nice. Then we got a front fender. This is all this stuff here is all from the driver's side, by the way, because the car got hit on the passenger side. Here's a driver's side fender with an inner fender. It's a metal inner fender. It's got a little bit of a bend there that could be straightened out. And the fender itself's got a couple little dings in it. I'll show that to you when I flip it over, but again, I want to clean this side of it first. And we've got the back bumper off the car, which I would say on a driver car, I mean, I'm going to take some SOS pads and clean it up and see what it looks like. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done, but I don't see any dents in it at all. There's a little bit of surface rust here on the corner, but all that'll come off with the SOS pad. So if you clean this thing up and polish it, you'd have a really nice bumper, and it's an OEM bumper, which is a lot heavier. We've got both quarter windows off the car with the mounting pieces that go inside the body. We've got a couple of external regulator alternators that I don't need. And we've got a really nice fan shroud, and I believe this is for this car. If you guys know '65 Chevelles, you can tell me. But it's got Got one little nick in it right there. But I mean, you could probably fix that up if you wanted to. But other than that, I mean, it's got all the mounting tabs. It's in really good shape. So, you know, it's in its original OEM shroud, which are really hard to find. So if anybody can use that, great. Here's a back window assembly. And you can tell it's old school because it's got a thrush sticker on that side, which was mufflers. And it's got a hijacker sticker on this side, which was air shocks. So you old school guys will recognize those two. But it's a really nice back glass. I'll clean that up and we'll look at that. And then we got a really nice, straight, non-rusted, non-damaged dash assembly, the metal part of the dash. And I don't know how hard these things are to find, but I'm sure if a car sat outside for a long time, especially where it goes up against the windshield there, they're probably destroyed. If you've got a 65 Chevelle you're restoring, or 64 if it fits, I don't know. And you need a really clean metal dash insert for your dash. There you go. I mean, this one here literally has no rust through. I mean, it's got surface rust on it, of course, but you take this thing to a blaster and have them blast it and paint it, it'll look brand new. Nothing wrong with it. So we'll clean it up today too, as well. All right. Oh, and over here, these are not Chevelle parts, but I'm going to clean them up and put them on Facebook anyhow because I don't need them. If you guys have watched my videos in the past, I had a 63 Chevy Nova that I did a few years ago and sold. And these are the bumpers that came off it. I came across a set of Blem brand new bumpers that had little nicks in them that weren't bad, but they were like returns, and they were selling like half price. So I bought those and put them on the car because they didn't have any rust in them. And this bumper here, the front bumper here, is in really good shape. I don't see anything wrong with it. We'll clean it up again with a Scotch-Brite pad. The back bumper's got a little bit of chrome peel in there, and a little bit of chrome peel in there. But other than that, it's straight. I don't see any dents in it. You know, if someone's got a 63, 64 Nova, and they need a set of, you know, driver style bumpers, you know, you could take a little bit of silver paint and touch up those rust spots and, you know, to kind of blend in. So it's up to you guys. But anyhow, I just want to show you this stuff. And we're going to go through now. We're going to clean it all up. And you guys can come with me, and we'll see what it looks like when we're done. I think you'll be very impressed with the way those three panels look on the other side when I flip them over and wash the other side and clean them up. There's surface rust on them a little bit in places, but they're actually in very good condition. So let's go and let's get them cleaned up and see what they look like. All right, we're going to start with this trunk lid. So get my camera set up here. So to make this easy, it's kind of hard to wash this stuff on the ground. So I've done this before. I'm just going to use a good old kitchen broom and some foam, of course, from my foam cannon. So let's spray this trunk lid with a foam cannon and get it cleaned up on this side. See what it looks like. All right. Trying to get some foam coming out of this thing. There we go. I'm not going to get every inch of this thing clean. It's not going to be spotless, but it's going to look a lot better than it does now. So we'll get a bunch of foam sprayed on it, and then we'll clean it up and see what it looks like. All right. Take my kitchen broom here. Get all this 40 years of dirt and crud off this trunk lid. Okay. That's pretty clean, but I'm also going to get a scrub brush here that I got. Get inside these panels in here because they're really dirty. I can't get in there with my broom. We're going to get in here the best we can and try to clean this up. Not going to be perfect, but there's a bunch of crud. There's a corn cob. Proof it was in a barn. A bunch of crud in this corner. I think it sat on this end, if I remember right. All right. This brush is a little stiffer than the broom, so it's going to take a little more of that stuff off of there. Okay, now we can clean that up, rinse it off. Let's flip it up and get this wall of this water out of it, standing in it. There we go. Okay, that's clean enough for that for now. Again, this trunk's going to have stuff in it because I can't get it out, but whoever buys it can clean it out better. So, all right, let's go over to this door. We'll do it next. Get it cleaned up. It's still got the door panel on it. And that door panel is 60 years old, you know, that's been around a while. Make sure you guys can see me here. Oh, nope, let me move this up. There we go. This door panel's been around a while. You know, it's 65 years old, but it's still recognizable as a door panel, so I guess that's not too bad. The puppies are back today. They want attention, but I don't have time for them. I gotta get this stuff done. Hey, get away, go on. This door still has the door seal on it. It's no good, but it's still there. Just shows that it's been kept out of the elements for a long time. All right, get the glass up here and the chrome. Okay, there we go, got her all cleaned up. All right, let's rinse it off. Both the door hinges are on this door. That one's stiff, but it moves. That one's free, but this one has a spring on it too. That's why it's so stiff. But it's there, not a problem. All right, now let's do the fender. This fender has a little bit of rust on the bottom there. I didn't show you guys that, but I'll show it to you here in a little bit. Okay. Give me some problems. There we go. There's the foam. All right, now we'll scrub it. The front part of this fender doesn't have any rust at all on it. And this inner fender where it's dented, I mean, it's just dented. It can be straightened out pretty easily. Not a big deal at all. We even still got the headlight piece on here, and the trim around the headlight's still there. So that's good. All right, coming back in you guys' way here in a minute. little bit of dirt on the inside here. Okay. All right, now let's take a look at the top side of these big panels here. This door is really heavy. It's not easy to move. I can tell you that right now. Okay. All right, let's take a look here before I wash them up. Okay, so here's the trunk lid. And as you can see, it's not in too bad a shape. It's got the blackout panel in the back like the SS had. You know, it's got some peel and paint, but I mean, you know, it's not perfect. It sat in the barn for 40 years. What do you expect? Here's the door. And again, we'll look at the bottom of the door. There's rust on the door, but there's not, the only rusted in it. Actually, this corner here is not even rusted through on the outside. It's only rusted through on the inside, so that's not bad. That's a pretty easy fix. That door's in really good shape. I don't even see any dents in it. This fender's a little rough. This panel here is bent. It's got a little bit of a dent there. It's got a small dent there, which if you took the inner fender out, you could pop that out really easily. I didn't show you guys before, but it's got a little bit of rust in this corner. I should have shown you that in case somebody wants to buy it. It's got a little bit of rust there where the brace is, but I mean, that's repairable. You can cut that brace section out of an old fender and use the portion up there to replace this section here. So, but all in all, for being 60 years old, it's not that bad. All right, now let's clean up this side of these parts. And then we'll do the other parts as well. There's the puppies. They're all wanting attention. Yes. Yes, you want attention, don't you? Yes. Okay, enough petting the puppies. Oh, look, now I whistle and they all come running. Anybody need a puppy? I don't. Okay. So let's go again. I'll put you guys down here where you can see the trunk lid. Let's move you a little bit. There we go. So now you can see the trunk lid. We'll clean it up first. I'm gonna get my foam cannon. Okay. I like this foam can. It works pretty good. And this time I put water in with the soap, so I think it makes it go a little further. So if you buy one of these, you probably should mix water with it and not just put plain soap in there. There we go. Spray some on my broom. All right, there we go. Now we'll clean this up. And again, it's not going to have like a showroom paint job on it or nothing, but you know, you can see the condition of it at least. The trim pieces on this trunk lid look really nice. They could probably, I mean, unless you got a show car, they could probably be used as is because they're not bad at all. Someone could use them. Buy this trunk lid off me, have a spare trunk lid, and some spare trim pieces too. I know these trim pieces back here are probably very expensive to buy new. All right, let's rinse that off. Let's take a look at it when we're done cleaning everything on this side. People seem to like to watch car washing videos, so I'm making a washing video for you guys. Might as well. Everybody else does it, I might as well do it too. Been sitting for 40 years, I might as well do something with it. There we go. All right, scrub this off. Here, let's move you guys in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. There you go. Scrub this off, get it cleaned up. I'll get my little brush and scrub it too after I'm done with the broom, just because it's a little rougher. Even this door handle's in good shape. It works. The button on it works. You could use this. I mean, you could bolt this door on the way it is and use it. There's nothing wrong with it. It literally has no dents in it at all. It only has a small bit of rust in the corner, but you can fix that while it's on the car. You don't even have to have it off the car to fix that. All right, there we go. Got that all cleaned up. Okay, I'll go over this glass one more time just because it's got all this chrome trim around it. The wing window works, you can see that, works fine. This door is fully functional. Anybody needs a good door for a 65, 64, 65 Malibu, there's a nice one for you. See, you clean that up, that looks nice. Really nice. Not bad at all. All right, let's do the fender. We'll spray some foam on it. Get it cleaned up. There's the church bells over there ringing. Got a church next to my house. I think they're getting out of Sunday evening worship. Even got the wheel well trim on it, the original GM wheel well trim, and it looks like it's in excellent condition. I don't even see any dents in it. Very nice. Okay. Good enough. All right, let's rinse this off. Oh, wait, I don't even know if you guys can even see what I'm doing here. Sorry. I forgot to move my phone or my camera. Sorry about that. There you go. All right, let's clean this thing up, rinse it off. Okay. All right, now we'll take a look at these outside door panels again after they're cleaned up. And then we're going to move to a different location to do the rest of the stuff. Let me put you guys over here for a second. Okay. That kind of wore me out. Sorry about that. All right, let's take a look at these panels in case anybody's interested in them. So here's the trunk lid. It's a little rough, you know, but there's no heavy rust on it, just basically surface rust. I mean, obviously it's going to be stripped, but of course the other side's going to have to be stripped too. You know, this trunk lid, what I'd probably do with it is I'd take all this trim off it and I'd take it to a sandblaster and have them blast the inside and the outside of it and then seal it and paint it. The door's the same way. Of course, the door, you can fix that corner over there, that rust, and just clean up the rest of it and sand it down to bare metal yourself, and you wouldn't even have to have it blasted. You just sand it down to bare metal, sand the jams in it, and paint them yourself. You know, save you some money. This fender obviously is going to need a little more work because it's got, you know, that front panel there is maybe usable, maybe not. It's got a little dent there. It needs straightened out. It's got a little dent there. You can see the crease in the, but I guarantee if I reached in there, I could probably pop most of that dent out with my fist. Probably would not be hard to do, but I mean, this thing cleaned up great too. It looks really nice. It says 283. It's still got the original GM emblems, and look at the paint on those emblems. I mean, that paint is like, you can tell this thing, it hasn't been sitting in a junkyard or outside for the last 40 years. It's been inside of a building. Look at how nice it is. That's an original GM emblem, and look at how nice it is. You could literally use that just like it is. Perfect. All right, now what I'm going to do with these other parts is I got my pickup sitting over here. I'm going to set these parts on my tailgate because they're smaller parts. I can clean them up on the tailgate and I can stand up and do it. So let me get set up over there and then we'll work on the rest of these parts over there. I'll be back. Okay. All right, guys, so now we're on the back of my truck on my tailgate. First thing I want to clean up is this back bumper for the 65 Chevelle because I think it's in really good shape and I think somebody can use it. So first of all, let's just hit it with the foam can. Let's see, hit it with the foam cannon. And we'll clean it up like that. Got the brackets on it too. I mean, it's got everything. This thing's ready to bolt on. Said if anybody needs some good 64, 65 Chevelle parts, Malibu parts, whatever you want to call it. There's some nice stuff here. I don't like to see the stuff go to waste, man. It's getting so hard to find these parts, especially cars in the early to mid 60s. Trying to find parts for them now is almost impossible because they've all been taken up, and what's left, if it's been sitting outside this whole time, it's rotted to nothing. So, you know, to find something that's in really good condition like this is getting harder and harder every day to find. I'll show you guys the inside of this bumper here in a minute when I get it cleaned up. Oops, there we go. All right. Now we're going to rinse it off. All right, now I'm going to hit it with a good old SOS pad like most guys do. A lot of people think these SOS pads will scratch chrome, but I mean, if it's brand new chrome, it probably would, but something like this, you ain't even going to notice it. So we're going to scrub it down with this SOS pad. Try to get as much of this surface rust off of it as we can. Even the bumper bolts on this thing are in good shape. I mean, it's literally bolt on ready. Someone could use it, take some chrome polish, polish it up, and bolt it on their car, and have a really nice bumper. I'm sure probably some of you guys have heard the good and the bad about using the SOS pad on chrome. You know, some people say don't use it, it'll ruin your chrome and blah blah blah. Other people don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I've been using it for a long time. It works really well to clean surface rust off of chrome and just shine stuff up and use it on your stainless steel trim on your car. It cleans that up. And still even got the gas tank door in it. It still works too. Still got the rubber bumpers underneath the door. Pretty amazing. I see a couple spots where the rust is not going to go completely away, but it looks a lot better than it did. Now again, this is not going to be a show car bumper, but you know, if you got a driver and you don't want to pay $400 or $500 for a new bumper, whatever they cost, $300, I don't know what they cost. You want a low-cost bumper that looks nice, and the good thing about this one is not made in China, not that cheap Chinese junk, as I like to say. All right, now let's rinse her off one more time. We'll take a look at it. Go. Okay. Let's take a look at this bumper real quick. You guys can see what SOS pads does to chrome. Get my phone off the stand here. Come on, there we go. So see all this, all that surface rust. It's right, there's a little bit right there, but if I hit that one more time with an SOS pad, scrub it just a little bit harder, it would take even more of that off. There you go, see that? Now it's gone. But that's what that bumper looks like. I mean, I don't know anybody that wouldn't want this bumper on their car. It's nice. Polish that sucker up and it's going to be nice. Let's look at the inside. I haven't showed you guys that yet. See, it's got some surface rust in here, but take a wire brush and a drill, clean all that up, and spray paint it black, paint the brackets black. You got yourself a super nice bumper there. Somebody belonged to AAA, so I guess when they got it T-boned, AAA must have towed it home for them. All right, so there's that. Now let me move that bumper, and then we'll get something else up here. I'm going to pause it for a minute, because I'm not going to make you guys watch me move everything. And I won't show you the other two bumpers because they're going to look basically like this one does. I'll be right back. Okay, that didn't take long. Now I'm going to clean up this fan shroud that's in really good shape except for one little nick out of it. Let's foam it up and we'll clean it up. This is an OEM part, so if anybody's looking for a super nice OEM fan shroud, this is it. This is your ticket right here. Good luck finding one of these. I'd be willing to bet there probably aren't any of these out there that are at least for sale. Not the OEM ones. You can buy the aftermarket Chinese garbage, but you know how that works. Doesn't look the same, doesn't fit. A lot thinner plastic, a lot more brittle, cheap, garbage. This thing here's in really good shape. So, you can use it. I'm going to put all this stuff on Facebook. And my Facebook name is Dave Wagner. And I'm in southeastern Missouri, so if anybody can use this stuff and they're not too far away, come on over and buy it. You can have it. Closer look at this. Again, you can see this thing is just in really, really nice shape, excellent condition. All four of the mounting tabs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all four there. You just got this one little nick out of the top, but you know, they probably make a plastic welding kit. You could weld that up with, get you a piece of plastic and weld in there or something, or maybe even fiberglass, I guess, if you wanted to, but it wouldn't take much to make it look pretty nice. So there's that. I'm gonna set that up on the roof of the truck. Okay, since we got it here, we might as well do this rear window with the old school stickers on it. It's kind of cool looking. Now I have used an SOS pad on glass before too, and it doesn't hurt it. So I don't think I'm going to need it on this, but I don't know. We'll see when I'm done what it looks like. Plate up this side first. I know some of you guys probably think, why is he making this video? Why is he doing all this? Well, because I know there's somebody out there that can use this stuff. And I just don't like throwing stuff away, man. All right, let's clean up the other side, then we'll take a look at it. The other side looks even worse, as far as I can tell. Of course, it probably sat with this side facing up or something, and it got a lot more dirt on it. I don't know. But we'll clean her up, make her look nice again. Okay. It ain't hard to make glass look nice. I mean, just wipe it down. I could use glass cleaner on this if I wanted to, but it's pretty heavy dirt. And I'd probably end up using a lot of glass cleaner, so this way here I can just scrub it with a brush. Cleans it right up, looks nice. Ready to go. Okay. Alright, let's get this thing rinsed off and see what it looks like. I have to rinse both sides off on it. Okay. Looking around here. All right, now let's take a look at it real quick. So it's nice and clear. You can see it's in really good shape. And this is OEM glass. It's not that garbage you buy. I don't know if it has any markings on it or not. I don't see anything. And of course that goop around the edge of it, you just take a razor blade and scrape that off. But the cool thing about this window, if you bought it, it's already got a real nice thrust sticker and a real nice hijacker sticker on it. If you got a day 2 car, if you know what day 2 means, you can slap that in your car, and man, that's nice. I don't know how much of a demand there is for this glass like this, but like I said, if somebody can use it, let me know. Not a problem. All right. We're gonna move that out of the way so it doesn't get broken. I'm gonna take it, I'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna take it over here. Okay guys, I'm back. Let's clean up this dash frame, because this dash frame is, I would think that these would be kind of hard to find. I don't know, but I would think they would be. But you guys let me know. I don't know. Is this rare or is it just a dime a dozen? I don't know. So let's clean it up anyhow. But it's definitely worth saving on. I'm really amazed at the condition of this dash pad, but of course the car was only 20 years old, and you know the dash is inside the car, so, and the car had not been sitting, you know, outside in the field or anything. It was being driven up until the day it was wrecked, so I'm not surprised this thing's in as good a shape as it is. I'm amazed the guy went through all the work to get it out of the car, but he did. But I'm glad he did. You know, there is a possibility, I guess, that it's not a Chevelle dash frame, but I think it is. But you guys are more than welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been known to be wrong before. So, I would not be surprised if I was wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's a Chevelle dash frame. Pretty sure. Chevelle, Malibu, whatever you guys like calling it. All right. Okay, let's get it rinsed off. We'll take a look at it. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this dash frame real quick. Again, it's like, it's in really, I mean, I don't see literally any rust, any rot anywhere on it. It is so nice. There's a like a part number. Come on, focus. Focus. There it is, OD332. I don't know what that means. But anyhow, there it is. So it's in really good shape. There's a radio outlet. The steering column, of course, goes here. I don't know what goes here. Maybe just a trim panel, glove box, ashtray. Top of it, you know, especially where it goes along the windshield there. There's absolutely no rust at all in it. It's got surface rust, you know, on the bottom side, like there, surface rust. Very light surface rust, by the way. You could literally take this thing and I could probably take an SOS pad and clean that up and then just spray paint the whole thing. Go over the whole thing with an SOS pad, spray paint, and it'd be done. So there you go, guys. There's that. Surface rust there, not bad, but, you know, if anybody needs a dash frame, there you go. All right. I got two more bumpers, but I'm not going to do those on camera because you saw the other two. Those are the Nova bumpers. But I'll take pictures of them and put them on the Facebook page. They'll be on a separate ad because they're for a Nova, not a Chevelle. But I'll do these 2 quarter windows real quick and then we'll call it a day. Okay. All right, let's foam them up. We'll scrub them down real quick. I like this foam sprayer, it works pretty good. And I mixed it with water this time in the container. I mixed it with water and it still foams really well, so, and it seems to go a lot further too. All right. Scrub these things up, clean them up. See how they look in the end here. Okay, now this is flipping over. We'll do the other side before it runs them off. I noticed this one here is a little bit bent, but oh, look at that, I can straighten it right out, no problem. Got a little crack right there, but probably got dropped or something. Not bad, still usable. And I would think these frames here would be pretty valuable because I think they're pot metal, and I'm sure it's probably not easy to find them in good shape. So we'll see how good a shape these are in when I get down here. But the good thing is they go down inside the door so you can't really see them except right up in this area here. So I think these are definitely usable for somebody. All right, let's rinse them off and we'll call it good. This window here has got a little bit of something on it. I don't know what it is. got something stuck on it. It ain't wanting to come off with that. It's going to probably have a razor blade, but yeah, I can kind of take it off with my fingernail, so a razor blade would take it off. But I'm not going to mess with it. What in the world? Okay, let's take a look at them now. All right, my hands are wet and they're kind of slippery. I'm trying to hang on to my phone here. Here's the inside. Like I said, this one here's got a little crack right there. But if that can't be welded, you could always JB weld it. It'd be all right. Just needs a little touch up on it. And then, of course, the glass is in really good shape. This one's got the chrome piece on it. That one does not. But like I said, you can see that these pieces here are in really good shape, other than a little bit of a bend in that one, which is fixable. But, you know, if I took a SOS pad, I could clean all that corrosion off that one. But, I mean, they're nice. Nice windows. Definitely usable. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm going to do those Nova bumpers. I think that's all I got. I got them alternators. I'm not going to clean them alternators up. Somebody can use them. That's fine. It's hard to find external regulator alternators anymore. They don't. I don't even think they make them anymore. But those can be rebuilt. I've rebuilt probably a couple dozen alternators in my life, so it's not hard to do. It's actually pretty simple. You can buy a kit online to rebuild them with. It's got brushes and bearings and all that in them. You can just press the bearings out, press new ones in, and clean them up, put new brushes in them, and they're good to go. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap this up. So if anybody can use any of these parts, I'd really love to see them go down the road to somebody that can use them. I don't need them. 64, 65 Chevelle, Malibu. So, you know, this is good stuff. Somebody can use it. All right, I'm going to do these Nova bumpers. You know, they're not near as nice, so I'm not going to worry about them. You guys have been on it long enough anyhow. So this is going to wrap this up. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, talk to you later. Bye.